Right here I've got a bunch of Gloriosa daisy seedlings, and you know they're going to be too big in front of this sedum, so I want to move them, but I'm not sure exactly where. So the best thing to do is to pot them up, and then when I am sure where I want to put them, then I'll plant them later on this fall. I like to dig down in around the plant, a couple of locations, sever some of those outlying roots, get rid of some of the extra dirt. And I usually bring some potting soil with me just in case I need to fill in around. If you have to fill in around, use potting soil, not the soil out of your garden. It compacts and doesn't do a very good job of growing your transplant.
All that work is going to be for naught. And if you don't use these in the garden, they're great to give away to neighbors and friends.
I would recommend your new transplants like this, put them in kind of a shady area, not deep shade, but out of the direct sun. Keep them well watered. Keep them there for a week or two until they really seem to perk up and are doing well, and then you can move them back into the sun so that they don't get all leggy and floppy.
Well, and it's very nice of you to use a red pot, because speaking of red pots, Keith and I are going to be at the Colorado Fall Home Show being held September 9th through 11th. I'll be there on Saturday. He'll be there on Sunday from noon to 2. And if you come by our booth, we're going to be giving away Hardy Boy plants to the first 100 people that visit us each day. And speaking of Colorado Fall Home Show, they do some great donations to a lot of worthy causes. We're also going to be visiting the garden at Craig Hospital. They have a rehabilitation garden sponsored by the Colorado Home Show. Let's go take a look.
I'm Susie Hall. I work here at Craig Hospital with the Horticultural Therapy Program. We're standing here in the therapy garden, which we have for our patients to be able to help to show them ways that they can get back into gardening after sustaining a spinal cord or traumatic brain injury. We have a variety of different types of containers and raised beds. I'll give patients homework to come out to the garden and find out, what's a good height for you in your chair. Everybody's a different height, and they're a different height in their wheelchair as well. So to be able to come out and come up alongside the bed and see that this one's 30 inches high, or over here one that's 18 inches high. So just to get an idea, what is a good height for them to be able to reach out and access the beds. We do purposely have different terrain or different path surfaces. This, for instance, is a crusher, granite crusher fine, but then we also have the Trex decking, some concrete paths. Physical therapy, for instance, can bring patients out here and practice their wheelchair mobility skills. When patients come out here to the garden, you can just see they change. Their shoulders drop, they're more relaxed. When they leave a session after being in the garden, they're a different person than when they've arrived. It provides an activity that has a purpose behind it, so they can relate to that. So they respond better, their therapy sessions are better. Therapists talk that they'll stand longer when they're doing a session in the garden than when they're standing at a standing table in the therapy gym. We have a variety of plants that are here in the garden, ranging from perennials to ornamental grasses to annual flowers, but I think one of the biggest hits are the vegetables. We have quite a variety, I think 18 different varieties of tomatoes, and they're tucked here and there. The peppers are always a highlight, but patients do make it part of their therapy. They'll come out and actually and need to find and locate the tomatoes in the garden, take them inside, and then do something with them, whether it's a bruschetta or a favorite salsa recipe. The garden that we're in right now is actually made possible by the Colorado Garden Show. The funds that they've provided have allowed us to be able to include the accessible features that patients need to be able to be introduced to so they'll know what they can do when they go home. We've had 5 different projects that they've helped us work on here at Craig. There's a wonderful terrain park across the street that physical therapy uses with various steps and ramps and you name it, all kinds of things to really challenge their wheelchair mobility. Without the Garden and Home Show, we certainly would not have what we have here at Craig. And here with us today is Jim Fricke from the Colorado Garden and Home Show. Hi, Jim. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me out, and thanks for showing me again what a wonderful job you guys did on this.
Well, thanks for all you've done over the years for us here at Craig.
Well, when you come out and you see something as fabulous as this, it's really easy to justify us supporting you guys. Everything you've been able to do with horticulture therapy, with the funds we've given over the years, has been great.
Well, we sure appreciate it. We certainly couldn't have done all that we've been able to offer here to the patients and the community here without the funding.
Well, for everybody to help us fund all of our great projects in Colorado, we ask them to come out to Colorado Fall Home Show, September 9th to the 11th. It's everything for your home, remodeling, interior, exterior, If you want to visit our website to learn more about the show, it's www.gardeningcolorado, Gardening, Colorado.com, where they can learn more about the show. You can get a $2 off coupon to attend the show and find out what's happening and plan your visit, because we really appreciate the fact that anyone who comes down to the show and pays an admission price, all of our admission revenue we create for our shows goes right back to the state of Colorado on projects just like this. And then come next February 11th to the 19th, make sure you come down and support the Colorado Garden and Home Show too.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thanks so much for being here.
So Keith, I was thinking the other day that we have been friends now for 16 years.
Wow.
It's been a long time. And you know, a lot of the memories I have with you have been in this backyard over the last couple of years, because we've taped a lot of episodes back here.
We have. I've been in this house for 19 years, and it's taken that long to develop and for this garden to evolve, and it's still a work in progress, but I'm saying bye-bye to it. So I'm sure that in future seasons, there'll be some times that we shoot at my new place to see how I'm coming along, and I hope you're there to watch that new garden evolve along with us. A lot of memories hanging out in this garden. I'm going to miss it when we move to the new place.
Cheers to new gardens.
And new beginnings.